I'm sure many of you have also experienced creepy interactions when taking your dog for a walk, especially if you take specific routes every day. Also, side note, I'm extremely hypervigilant and aware of my surroundings, so always know what's going on. And in general, you should honestly if you are taking similar paths every single day. So the other day, I had the trifecta of these men I try to avoid. The first one being this man who works for a building in the area who stands outside and he is just staring me down, not looking away, not breaking, staring at me. And so obviously like I'll stare back too because like I notice you staring and I'm not just gonna like not do anything. Like, well, sometimes I don't and I'll just try to ignore it and walk away. But it just bothered me. It was so creepy, so intense. So I stared back and he keeps staring and usually they'll break it, but he just kept staring back. And I kind of said this without thinking because sometimes it's like, you never know if the other person will actually get violent back or not. But I was just like, what are you looking at? Doesn't respond, just keeps staring at me like dead in the eye. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick up my dog and get out of there. So I cross the road, go to the other side, continue in the other direction. So then I'm continuing in the other direction and I notice the older man who lives in my neighborhood who's also creepy and walks his dog in the mornings, and I'll see him like sporadically throughout the week. Bear in mind, this has been over months that I've seen him, and months ago, you know, like as a dog walker, when you see other dog people with their dogs, sometimes you'll just smile or say like, oh, cute dog, or good morning or something. So months ago I tried saying like hi to him because I always see him and, you know, cute dog, whatever. And he gave me the nastiest look. So I'm like, okay, like I just avoid him now. So I saw him very shortly after that first interaction. I'm like, fuck, okay. I was still on the same side, but I was like, great, he's coming. This man, he's creepy, makes me uncomfortable, but not to the point where like I feel like I have to totally avoid. It's just I'll pretend I'm looking in another direction, which I did. So that was that. And then the final boss. So I haven't actually shared this just because this man actually scares me. I'm not gonna lie. He's older and larger, and this has been going on for a few months. I'll see him at certain times in the morning. I have it pretty much timed to when I usually see him walking, so that way I know the times to like try to avoid a certain street. Every time I see him, and keep in mind, like I do not know this person. I've never seen him before in my life. We've never had a conversation. No joke, he will yell from the depths of his lungs in my face, good morning, hello, good morning, hello, good morning. Obviously, like I'm not totally imitating it because that would be like, I just genuinely can't. It's actually so scary and terrifying. Like my hand is shaking. And so it's terrifying. I've never engaged back just because it's so I don't know, like I have no words. Anyway, so I never engage. Usually I'll walk like a bit on the road or I'll cross the road. So it's like he can still see me. So even when I've crossed the road, he'll yell, good morning, hello, good morning. And I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Keep walking. So anyway, so trifecta, final boss. I see him before he sees me, thank God. So then I crossed the road with my dog and I hid behind a small SUV until he passed by. And so that was the saving grace, to be honest. So I think that's the new I'm just gonna hide from him if I see him and not do the like prideful walk by and ignore, because it just seems like it escalates. Like even the way he yells it's so aggressive and scary. This is the state of being outdoors. And that is why, as I've talked about before in older videos, I always have on my keychain my personal safety alarm. The decibels are insane and I'm not afraid to use it. Also,